Aw, hell yeah. Bling bling, sparkle sparkle.
I'm really upset. I just want to start there.
Rants, Final Fantasy XIV Savage Edition. How
about we just start, and I'll begin with the number one thing that has just, it's really buttered my biscuit. I need all media outlets. I need everybody to be able to view this. I need everyone to be able to discuss it. And I want people in the Party Finder to watch this video. And I want them to understand where I'm coming from. Okay? All right. Now, I've laid it down. Shit. Yeah, I'm just as mad. I've been so mad. Okay, so Final Fantasy XIV is a wonderful game. I've been playing it. Oh my god, I don't even know how long I've been playing the game. Like, since like 2013. I've been playing this game since the spring of 2013. I downloaded it in like February. And I started this game on PlayStation 4. Okay? I started on PlayStation 4, and I've probably been playing on PC, you know, since Shadowbringers came out. I swapped to Shadowbringers. It was gifted by a lovely member of my community for my computer that was also gifted by my community. I started playing, you know what I mean? So I swapped to the PC realm. I still play on controller like a fucking nub-ass bitch, and don't you fucking come for me. I don't give a fuck. I am a console player through and through. I've played consoles my whole life. I will not change now. So I just, you know, I've got some experience, you know? Like, I'm not great, but I got some experience, you know, around the block. I've been healing for a long time. Unlike other people, perhaps, who like to play other classes, I am a salty ass bitch that mains white mage. I don't care how bad they make the class. I will forever play it through and through until they bury it in the dirt and the servers are no longer running and I cannot access that game anymore. I will forever be a salty white mage. So I am coming from that point of view. Let's just say this is where we're starting. Final Fantasy XIV. I have some experience. I've been playing a while. White mage. That is my main. So, before you people come for me, I play white mage. Just so you know. I am a beach. I am not a great player. I think I'm pretty fucking decent, though. I get by. I've played all of the Savage tiers, except for Alexander when it was relevant. I did not play Alexander when it came out, but I started Deltascape, son. Outrote, first raid I ever did. And I played all the way through. And I've been playing Savage all the way through. So, this comes from a bitch that has played Savage. I know what it's like. And I have what did I say? I've only played in Party Finder. Let's just let that sit in for a minute. Only played in Party Finder. I was part of 3 statics. And these statics were like regular statics I played in. I was in a static in Deltascape. That was the first time I'd ever played with anybody. That was right before I started streaming, actually. It was a little bit before I started streaming. I was in that group. I went in. I downloaded Discord for the first time. Couldn't fucking work it to save my life. I had people telling me what to do in my headphones. And I played. You know, I went through. I did it. I got to the 3rd fight. And those people stopped playing. I was like, you know, I give up. I'm never going to play again. I'm just going to stop the raiding. It's intense. I don't think I'm good. I'm not good. And I'm just going to quit. Stopped raiding then. Started back raiding the next raid tier. So then I think the next... What's the next raid tier? I think it was Sigmascape. I started Sigmascape. Did all of Sigmascape up until the final fight. And then did the same thing with Alphascape. So Whenever I went through, did all of the Sigma, then Alpha. So then this is my second static. Alpha Skate. I got all the way through, did all the fights, felt awesome, loved them. Gets to male, female, and I'm like, you know what? We need a static. Party Finder ain't cutting it. I got some friends that are going to be playing. Let me see if I can get a static. So I went through Alphascape with a static. Some on and off. I played with some people. I kind of ran Midgar Somewhere with some people, just on and off, whatever. Did some shit. Then I went through, and whenever it came to male, female, I got some of my free company together. We went through, we played, we cleared it. That was the first tier 4 Savage I cleared. When it was relevant. Not whenever it was like a year down the line and this shit had been out a year. Like it was still pretty relevant at the time. It wasn't 20 patches later. Still relevant, cleared it. And then at this point, I went back and I cleared all the Savages up to that point. So then we're getting ready to start all the Edenscape stuff, all that other shit later. And then I was like part of another little static on and off. Like since I've been streaming, I've like joined a couple like little ones just to like get, and I have never liked the static experience. It's never been for me, you know what I'm saying? Like I kind of like doing my own shit. I don't like being in chat with other people unless they like my like IRL friends. Like I got anxiety, you know what I mean? Like it kind of makes me a little bit scared to like go in there and talk with a bunch of random people. Like it's not my jam. Some people, it's for you. For me, like it's not for me. I don't enjoy it. Not my jam. But in every Party Finder I have done, if my ass joins, read my lips. If my ass has joined a Party Finder and they are trying to clear, I, in every way, will do their strat. I will adapt. I will become a ditto, bitch. I'll mold myself like jello into that pan, okay? I do what you tell me to do. You tell me, hey, yo, white mage, I don't like being number 3. Can you go number 2? I'd be like, fuck it up, bitch. I'll go number 2. I'd be the best number 2 you ever fucking seen, okay? I'll go over there, I do my best, I play my part, I go to my spot, and that's it. That's it, okay? Now, the preface for this rage statement all started with this Savage tier. It has gotten progressively worse since I have started raiding harder and harder in Eden. I've been trying a little hard, you know what I mean? Like I've been trying to like, you mama's got like a parser now. Like I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to do better. But Party Finder, y'all bitches. Let me start with P3. So if you guys have not played Final Fantasy XIV, there are different levels of Savage tiers that come out. There's generally like a first tier of Savage, then like a second tier of Savage, then a third tier of Savage, and they'll all be themed around the same thing. So like Delta Sigma Alpha was like its own little section of raid tier. Then like you had all the Alexanders or their own little section of Savage raid tier. They're all based around Alexander and shit. Then you had all the Edens were all based around Eden Eternity and like all this shit. You had all of your Edens, all of your Sigma Alpha whatevers, and then you had all your Alexanders. This tier is called Pandemonium. Boy, does that not speak directly to Party Finder. The experience that I have had. It's been straight pandemonium. It's been straight fucking purgatory. It's what it's been. So.
Hi, editing Aria here. I just wanted to make this comment before y'all I know you fucking got your hands on your keyboard. You down there in them comments and you about to write me a bunch of hate and shit because I'm sitting here flaming the famous MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV and it's fucking Savage content, but you fucking stop it, okay? I'm coming from like satire and shit and I'm kind of mad and I just wanted to get my words and my rage out in an outlet that I thought might amuse you. So if you don't like funny content, maybe this video is not for you, but fucking you stop it. You take your hands off that keyboard and you quit your shit. Don't you start, okay? Thanks.
This Savage tier, I started week 1. I have started the past 2 Savage tiers week 1. And it was going pretty good, you know what I mean? Like, we were going through, we cleared the first fight, no real problems. Second fight, no real problems. Third fight, problems. Welcome to problems. Welcome to Popeye's motherfucking bitch that you see right here on this screen that's been occupying my whole life for the past 3 weeks. This motherfucker right here, this 3-headed little wing-ass, Popeye's fucking 12 herbs and spices bitch that you see right here. That's it. That's the motherfucker I've been playing with for the past 3 weeks. I'm very upset. So, I'm just gonna talk about P3 right now. We gonna go here. Welcome to Toolbox. People use this shit to go through, and they go through and they go to this, and this is where they develop strats, okay? We gonna go right here. This is the beginning. So, when you go into an instance, it's your party, and then usually you I'll pop in here. You in a little circle, right where you see my cursor fucking circling around. You just see the motherfuckers just sitting right here. And then you see the boss right in front of you, right? Okay, whenever you go into a Savage for the first time, they're generally, if you say you blind, there's gonna be somebody who pops in there and they're gonna come in and they be like, hey, let's go ahead and get the strats. So let me tell you all like what we're kind of looking at. Or like you'd be like, hey, there's light party groupings where like there needs to be 4 people on one side of the platform at one time and 4 people on the other. Now, in P3, in my experience in P3, I will start there. There is this thing called the numbers that you get at the beginning. These numbers will dictate where you place your dark fire little ads that happen. That's the first main mech of the fight. The main mech that everybody's got to do, other than dodging shit, whatever else, dark fire. Okay? So, at the beginning of the fight, you got to get numbers. Each of these numbers will be a tank and or healer. Mostly or healer, tank or healer, with a DPS. So there will always have to be a tank and a DPS, or a heal and a DPS. A DPS should be with all of them, never a tank and a healer together, never a DPS together. Because the mechanic will go off on either 4 DPS or the tanks and healers. They cannot intersect. I cannot have a dancer buddy and a bard buddy stand together. That's not how that works, okay? That's the beginning of that. So, I'm gonna make this bitch not a dancer. Hang on. We gonna have another melee. Alright. For my personal, likeness in this fight, I like to have 2 melee. I like to have 2 melee, 2 ranged, 2 healers, 1 shield, 1 not. And then I like to have my tanks. They can be whatever the hell they want to be. I don't have a preference, though. I do kind of like having a warrior in my party because I'm a white mage and I'm salty and I don't like to heal a lot. All right. So, whenever you get in the fight, notice what I'm doing. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Everybody see that little box there at the bottom? Yeah. So, I'm just gonna keep on going. So you see those numbers right there at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody count with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Now, I'm gonna make this so easy for you. So easy. I don't know what these rage streamer people are putting on YouTube. I haven't looked at a guide. I did this fight blind. I learned it blind. Now, do you see this? Everybody? 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know what Mr. Happy's telling you. I don't know what Miss Deck telling you. I don't know what Billy Bob Joe down the fucking road's telling you, okay? Listen to me. I'm gonna make this simple, and you don't have to think. You don't have to think. I promise. I promise. You can do your GCDs. You don't have to think. I promise. This makes it so simple. If you go 1, say you're a tank. Tanks generally like to be 1 and 2. Alright. Let's put the tanks there. What was the important thing I said earlier, stream? What was it? Tanks can't be together, right? Or can they? Can the tanks be together? Nope. Tanks have to be separate. Healers can't be with tanks though, right? Right. So healers have to go somewhere else. Because I like to go 4, I'm going to put myself right here. Just because I kind of like being number 4. So we're going to pretend that white page is me for right now. Okay. So notice what I have here. We have a tank and a healer on each of the numbers. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Next. DPS have to go somewhere. Let's see. Let's have our little bard buddy go here. Let's have our little summoner buddy go here. And then let's have our melees. Let's have our melees go south. Because positionals. That might be nice. Alright. So now, this 1, 2, 3, 4 that we just got, that's your partner for Darkfire. I just rocked your world. That is your partner for Darkfire. That's the first main mech of P3. This person you're standing next to, if this Dark Knight's name is Fred, and your bard's name's Joe, Fred and Joe are like peanut butter and jelly. They're stuck together, and you gonna do all your mechs with Fred and Joe, okay? Fred and Joe are like fucking, I don't fucking know, like mac and cheese. They're not gonna be separated. You know what I mean? All right, now, Darkfire will be placed on intercardinal markings. So, when it'd be more like in this way, if we're talking about spatial relations here. So Darkfire will be placed on that main circle in the middle of the boss. You'll see whenever you go into P3, there's a circle here, and there's 2 little boxes that kind of go around, and they've got little orange marks on them. I'll show you guys. We're gonna look at a picture so I can really show you and make sure everybody knows what I'm talking about. There's little orange little squares. We're gonna drop our Darkfires on there. So if you are pink, Fred and Joe, that means when you drop your Darkfire, you're gonna be here. That means little Roderick and Militia over here, y'all gonna drop it here. That means that Dragoon gonna be here, and the Scholar here, and that means our Nin and our Whim gonna be here. So when you drop your Darkfire, either it's gonna go on all the DPS or the tanks and healers, and they're gonna drop there. First mechanic taken care of. Now, those partners you got, let's go back. Let's bring everybody back. Okay, we're gonna bring everybody back. What was the important thing I said about the numbers, right? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. So these numbers that you got, if you are a 1, when it comes time in the next series of mechanics, right before we get to ad phase, there is this mechanic called Dive Bomb. The boss is gonna come straight down the field right here. This big old Popeyes bitch gonna be flying straight north to south, east to west, some fucking way. The bitch is gonna go from A to B, all the way fucking down. There's two ways that mech will work. Either you stand in a line with the partner, or tanks and heals will separate one side, and all the DPS will go on the other side. Or you can have fucking tanks and melees go one side, and healers and range go the other. I don't care what way you do it. But for that line, I'm gonna make this simple. You don't have to think about it. If you were a 1 and a 2, that means whenever it comes time, hang on, I'm gonna move all this shit. When it comes time for you to get in your line, if you are a 1, that means you're 1. If you were a 2, that means you're second in line. If you were a 3, you're third in line. What comes after that? 4? That means if I was a 4, I'm fourth in line, I'm last. Oh my God. Oh my God. We counted a 4. We did it. Now, do you know how many party finders I've had who can't do that? At least 30. At least 30. I don't know. Again, I have not watched Mr. Happy's video. I did this fight blind. I did the whole raid tier blind so far, and I'm fucking proud of myself for it. I didn't watch no fucking vid, and I did it all in Party Finder, son. I didn't have a static. I went in there in Party Finder. I did this. What is this? You don't have to think. Those numbers you get in the beginning make it the dive bomb line, so then you never have to think about it. You'll always go with the same partner, and you'll be in a line. You're already separated. Tanks and healers are separated with their DPS buddies. All the DPS are separated. It's not that hard. I promise you. It's not that hard. It's not the SAT, son. It's not an entrance exam. It's not a multiple choice exam. It's simple. It's black and white. No gray. Even though my screen kind of gray. That's all you gotta do. You don't have to make it more complicated. You don't have to say, oh, no. So that means that the tank will go here, and the other guy will go here, and I will do this. Now, let me say this too. Since you did it this way, let's pretend that everybody's kind of shifted this way. Now, this is only if the bird, so to tell the difference, the bird will either have a single red fire on its middle head, or it will have a fire on its left head and a fire on its right head for dive bomb. For dive bomb, if it has left and right head lit up, which means 2 balls of fire, you're looking and there's a titty on the left and a titty on the right that's full of flames. This is what you do. You get in your line and you stay there. If it is the single dick, it's either titties or dick. If it's dick, fire, then, oh my God, look. What am I doing? What am I doing, stream? Oh, it's wild. Oh, it's fucking wild. What is this? Simplicity. That's what it is. Tanks and heals go to the left, DPS on the right. You're done. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to think about it, I promise. There's so many ways that you can do that, but I promise, that's so easy. I have taught half the party finder how to count to 4 for the past 3 weeks. All Dragon I've been doing, we've been teaching party finder how to count to 4 because they can't do it. And I'm so mad. I said the like a week ago when we were going through this, I'm gonna bring this up in Party Finder. I'm gonna bring it up on stream, and I'm gonna see if people know how to count. So let me tell you how it usually goes. Well, so if you're supposed to be in your line here, you know what usually happens? I got a Dark Knight that goes over here. I got a Summoner that goes over here. I got a Skull that's standing right here. So suddenly there's fucking 5 people on one side and 3 on the other. This bitch hits the massive middle line right all the way through the platform. And guess what happens if you get hit? Guess what happens? You get knocked into the fire edge of the platform and you fucking die, bitch. And guess what's not great before ad phase? A fucking death. This is what happens. You can live this way. You know why? Because whenever you're separated like this, there's a single target AoE that goes off on your ass. It goes off on you in a circle about like this size, right here. As long as it's not intersecting with someone else's hitbox, you won't kill him. You know how many times I've seen somebody kill somebody because they just wanted to run over there and go fucking fuck that bitch in the ass? Because they didn't know where the hell they were going? Probably at least 45 times. And all of this, as a sidebar, is relative to the boss. So if the boss is somehow this way, then if he appears on this side, you're just gonna do this. You're gonna think of your numbers this way. And then if you had this, then you would just have numbers this way. It's all relative to the boss. No matter where the boss is, that's how you line up. That's how you line up every time. It's not gonna change, Beach. It's not gonna change. There's no difference. There's nothing happening. You just count to 4. That's all you gotta do. I promise. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can do the beginning of the fight and the end of the fight. Because guess what? This fight, just like the fucking meat in the middle, it's like a sandwich, bitch. It comes in the beginning and it comes at